Okay, people, first up, we got some more manga endings, some more cancellations, some updates on some canceled series or some ending series, and yeah, it's that time. Before we get started, if you would hit that subscribe button and that bell to get notified, we drop new episodes of FORNEVERNEWS every Saturday, 12 p.m. EST, and throughout the week, we re-upload those segments for your viewing pleasure. Hit them buttons. Let's jump into the stories. It's usually every few months, in case you don't know that, a whole bunch of series will just magically start getting announced that they're ending, they're hitting their climax, they're going into the final arc, and of course Shonen Jump is hitting that axe down because every few months there's a new serialization round, and that means that some series gotta go. Thankfully this one, despite the fact that regardless it's always sad, but this is a more relatively new series that honestly they didn't even give it that long to run in the magazine, because I believe last week we spoke about Super Smartphone coming to an end, and now according to this it says Aliens Area by Fusai Naba has officially ended this week with chapter 20 in Weekly Shonen Jump issue number 47. And I am gonna lie, I haven't got into that one in particular, probably won't at this particular point, but yeah, it was only 20 chapters, man. I mean, that's still a little bit longer than some series. I've seen some series that get canceled at like 11 chapters, so it had 20 chapters. The art was interesting. From what people told me, it was like some sort of pseudo battle series, and again, as I've spoken in the past, yeah, another one bites the dust, because at the end of the day, what is Shonen Jump gonna do with all of these other series that are going forward with their final arcs? We don't know, but we know that they getting rid of another newbie out of the magazine, and it sucks for, of course, the author first and foremost, their dreams coming to an end, and of course those readers that invested their time, and we're looking forward to seeing this thing go the distance. Yeah, 20 chapters, and I know some people, they like to say, no, it seemed like it was gonna end. That's because they get the heads up of probably even a month or maybe more back of, hey, it's about to end, so whatever plot threads you have, try your best to, wrap that thing up. You know what I'm saying? Wrap that thing up. You a big fine woman? No. But yes, Aliens Area has officially been canceled in Weekly Shonen Jump with chapter 20, but that's not all, because we got a couple of other series that are heading towards their final arc, and an update on a series that we just spoke about last week that was coming to an end. We got an update on Tokyo Revengers. We spoke about last week that it has entered its climax, and according to this one, it says that Tokyo Revengers is going to be ending within 5 chapters, officially ending on November 16th. It'll probably be out a little bit before then, of course, things leak out and hit the net prior, but November 16th, Tokyo Revengers will be completely over, and that's pretty much the standard. And I like sometimes when they do that, when they give us a heads up of like, hey, the series is going to end, and they give you at least a like 5 chapter preparation, so to speak, so you could go into it knowing, hey, okay, it's about to be over, and it's not just like, yo, next week it's over, dog, it's donezo, because that kind of always feels very sudden, especially if you're emotionally invested into some of these series. I remember like when Naruto was ending and they gave us that big, I believe it was 5 chapters as well, heads up. I was like, oh, thank goodness. So I can at the very least count down. It's sad, of course, but you can at the very least prep yourself for the ultimate end, and Tokyo Revengers has been going for a long time, so I'm sure there's a lot of people that are very sad. For me personally, I'm looking at it as, well, now I could catch up to the manga and see how it all wraps itself up, and also the anime, that means they're going to be able to adapt the entire thing, depending, I guess, on how the success goes of the next season. But yes, Tokyo Revengers ending November 16th, 5 chapters remain, probably even 4 by the time you're seeing this, I'm not sure, but yeah, another one bites the dust. Hey! And if you wasn't already heartbroken and disappointed by those first 2, there is another series that is coming to its end, and this is a big one as well. Its first season of its anime was massively popular, and the sales of the manga are incredibly great too, because according to this, To Your Eternity manga has reached its final arc this week. The manga will be on hiatus until January 25th, 2023, oh my god, till next year, and start its final edition, the Future arc. So To Your Eternity will be coming to an end, and that's another one that is kind of like, well, god damn. I mean, granted, series are not lasting as long. Obviously, we're in a different time period where attention spans are a lot lower. People ain't trying to go for, 500, 1,000 chapters, and To Your Eternity been going for a minute. It got its 2nd season rolling around any day now, so yeah, that's probably to be expected, but still, another one. Jeez Louise. It seems like potentially what I'm hoping is happening in the anime and manga industry in particular is not only that they're ending the manga real quick so that the anime could come through, but also it seems as though they kind of want to keep on having series after series incoming so that way there's fresh IP. Because one of the things with anime and manga is that usually the beginning, especially if you can make it pop early on, is where you get the success. Like a season 1 is usually going to be the highlight, and then maybe if there's like a pop-up of like some incredible stuff happening at a season 2 or season 3, it's like, okay, it jumps up again. But they probably make majority of their money of the entire license and all of the rights and properties and whatnot with season 1, because then after that it's just like an afterthought after the fact. Not many people are going to jump on board starting with a season 2, season 3. It's not going to bring new readers and watchers and whatnot. There's the exceptions, you know. I mean, at the end of the day, look at a series like, I know it's not anime or manga, but Breaking Bad, it didn't blow up until like, what was it, season 4, I think, or after season 4. So there's always that possibility, but majority of the time you want to get a hot series, you want to get something that's season 1 rolling around, and then after that you want to quickly wrap it all up so that you could jump to the next one. I'm speaking on behalf of the business. Me personally, y'all know I follow series like One Piece, Hunter x Hunter, that have been going a bajillion years, but that's just the reality of the way business works and good old capitalism, my lord. But yes, people, again, Aliens Area ending with chapter 20, Tokyo Revengers ending by November 16th officially with 5 chapters remaining, and of course To Your Eternity entering its final arc and going on hiatus until January of next year. That's a long freaking break, but I'm actually very happy for these authors that these, you know, studios, these publishing companies are being a little bit more mindful of. Dog, let them get a break and maybe they'll write an absolute banger to wrap this whole thing up. Also, they've been going for years upon years. Let them relax a little bit. Let them spend time with their family. This is a perfect time. I ain't gonna lie. The author of To Your Eternity is getting their cake and eating it too, with getting a break at the holiday season, not having to work through all of this stuff. Although in Japan, I don't know, do they celebrate any of these holidays that we have over here? I think it's a little bit different, but yeah, maybe I'm off on that. But either way, yes, 3 more bite the dust. Well, To Your Eternity's on the way to the dust. Just a quick update for One Piece Film Red's sales, what money it's made thus far. According to Oricon, One Piece Film Red has exactly exceeded 17,191,002,060 yen in earnings, with over 12,319,559 admissions in a 72-day period in Japanese theaters. I believe that calculates out to roughly $113 million, which that's still astronomical, but I'm definitely starting to notice the slowdown, which granted, it's been in theaters, again, how many weeks? It's been 72 days, so over 2 months, like 2.5 months, somewhere around there. So yeah, it's been a decent amount of time. I don't know how much more it's going to do domestically in Japan, but of course, that's probably why they're starting to see it slowing down, and they're like, okay, boom, bring it to North America. We talked about it in the last episode of FORNEVERNEWS that November 4th, I believe, it comes over here to the US. Definitely going to watch it. My whole family is very excited. We're all going in. It's going to continue making money outside of Japan, but it's starting to look like a little bit of a slowdown, because I want to say it's been like a week or 2 since I reported on One Piece Film Red sales, and last time we spoke it was like 111 million. It jumped up another $2 million, but that's not like the big jumps that it's been having. So $113 million it's made so far in money, and that's pretty good. I mean, it's already like in the record of one of the biggest One Piece films of all time. On top of that, critical praise. It's been a little bit dicey. Some people say there's a little bit too much musical aspects to it, because it seems as though, from my understanding, they got to deal with Spotify and they really wanted to pump music. In fact, it looks like the music industry, with Sony getting their hands deeper into things, if you notice, like with Chainsaw Man anime, every ending is a different song, which allows to promote new music, which allows to sell new music. And now with this One Piece Film Red being very music centric and heavy, it's like probably because of Sony and whatnot, and now Spotify getting involved in all these stuff, that's probably why music is becoming a bigger deal. It's like, well, let's use other properties. Let's use the anime, for example, to sell this music, and it's been working. So yeah, people, One Piece Film Red still tearing it up, 72 days strong. And again, like I spoke last week, November 4th, US, I'm watching that film, baby. Yeah. Quick update for fans of dubs. I know a lot of people are like, whoa, what's going on? We just reported over on my main channel that Bleach's dub for the 1,000-Year Blood War, of course, will be coming November 4th over on Hulu. So if you really want that dub, it'll be over there on Hulu November 4th. But also, if you wanted to find out about the Spy Family dub and the Chainsaw Man dub, according to this, Spy Family Anime Core 2 dub is already now available on Crunchyroll, so you can start watching the second core's dub dub, which I watched it in dub and I absolutely loved it in dub, so that's good news for me. And then the Chainsaw Man anime dub will be available starting October 25th. So this coming week, you will be having the Chainsaw Man, or technically if you're watching this in the clips, yeah, it's either out or about to come out any day now for you. Chainsaw Man anime dub will be starting. Personally, I'm sticking to sub for Chainsaw Man, but I will be watching the dub for Spy Family. I really love the dub of Spy Family, but Chainsaw Man, I ain't gonna lie, that sub though, and I wasn't too fond of some of the dub I heard, and yeah, I don't know. I'm sticking with sub. I might actually, when I end this episode of Forever News, go straight over and freaking rewatch those first 2 episodes. That's how much I loved it. Go and sub it all, baby. But you know, if you want dub, October 25th, there you go, and it's already out for Spy Family.